Since 2017, a YouTuber named Phil, the creator of the channel Hike Slam, has been filming the woods in a consistent style, slow pans, quiet trails, and calm storytelling that makes viewers feel like they're walking right alongside him. Over the years, his trips across the Appalachian Trail settled into a familiar rhythm. Pack light, set up camp, and enjoy the silence. But on the night before Thanksgiving in 2021, that routine was abruptly interrupted by something he hadn't expected to encounter so close to home. The video he uploaded from that trip didn't begin with gear talk or scenic shots. From the start, Phil sounded unsettled, explaining that the hike had taken a turn he wasn't prepared for. The footage made it clear why. Early on, as he moved through a quiet stretch of woods, he began discovering plastic containers along the trail. Each one had writing on it. First short phrases, then full lines that seemed entirely out of place. These weren't discarded items from campers or forgotten food wrappers. Someone had been leaving deliberate messages. A little farther along, the handwriting shifted in tone, mentioning names, dates, and ideas that were difficult to follow.
The weirdness continues. What the hell?
They didn't read like journal entries. Instead, they felt more like someone struggling to process thoughts that were spinning faster than the pen could follow. Moments later, Phil stumbled upon something else, a discovery he captured on camera, almost by accident.
And there's a dead duck here. A very long note. And it looks like it was just put here because it's not wet. That duck is fairly recently killed. Alright. Kind of creepy.
The moment was brief, but it was enough to show that whatever was happening on that trail wasn't random. Bill continued on, hoping the strange messages were confined to that one spot. Soon, however, he noticed smoke rising from a campfire tucked just out of view, with a tarp pitched nearby. The site wasn't abandoned. Someone was staying there, and recently. That was enough for Phil to keep moving toward a shelter farther ahead, one with walls, an established site, and perhaps other hikers. Along the way, he encountered two women and their dog heading in the opposite direction. They stopped him, clearly worried, and asked if he had seen a man leaving strange writings and unsettling items along the trail. Not wanting to walk alone, they had Phil accompany them until they reached a safer area. Afterward, he retraced his route, now more aware of how quiet the woods had become. Eventually, he reached a second shelter and decided to stop for the night. The footage slows here. Phil cooking, tending the fire, trying to shake off the tension. But inside the shelter's logbook, he discovered yet another set of writings.
Alright, so I'm gonna check out the shelter log here. I hang out by the fire. Almost every shelter on the Appalachian Trail has a shelter log where people write in their trail names and what's going on. They can write whatever they want in there. So it's kind of cool tradition here. So let's see what this one says. Little engine, back section. Hiking again finally. Great day on the AT. This was in August. Huh. Someone left some PBRs here, I guess. It's nice and little trail magic. Some comics and writing and stuff. Alright, let's see what's happened recently. Holy crap. Wait a second. Hold on, I'm adjust the camera here. This writing looks almost exactly like the writing that was on that garbage a couple of miles from here.
The handwriting was the same, following the same pattern of rambling lines that leapt between memories, confessions, and warnings that barely made sense on their own. Even the rhythm of the sentences felt familiar. As Phil continued reading, the entries grew increasingly strange.
In 2018, while I was incarcerated at the Okaloosa County Jail, what the heck? In solitary confinement, I figured the following out. Refer to Isaiah 28:15 through 9.
Some of the notes referenced time spent alone, while others hinted at fears or beliefs, suggesting the writer didn't feel safe or didn't want others to. Then Phil noticed the final detail: a half-filled Gatorade bottle hanging from a string inside the shelter, with another handwritten message attached.
What the hell is going on here?
Phil set up his tent inside the shelter, hoping for a quiet night. But sometime later, he heard someone outside, not an animal, but slow, measured footsteps circling the area. When he peeked out, his camera caught a figure moving with a headlamp, passing through the beam of light before disappearing back into the darkness. Phil didn't wait to investigate further. He packed silently, stepped back onto the trail, and made the long hike to his truck in complete darkness, constantly checking behind him more times than he cared to admit. He made it home safely, but the experience lingered with him. Nearly 3 years later, in October 2024, Phil returned to the same trail to see what remained, whether the writings were still there, whether the shelter still carried the same sense of unease, or whether the person behind those messages had ever truly left the woods. You should check out Phil's channel to see what he discovered on his revisit. Whatever the explanation, that night revealed a side of the Appalachian wilderness rarely captured in hiking videos. The unnerving sense that someone had been out there long before Phil arrived, perhaps waiting to see who would find their messages next. On March 1st, 2022, two brothers from the channel Squatch TV were exploring the Appalachian woods alone at night. It didn't take long before blood-curdling screams began echoing through the silence. Rather than turning back, the brothers grew even more intrigued. Determined to discover the source of the screams, they pressed deeper into the darkness to investigate.
It's hard to tell with the wind, but it almost sounded like something definitely made some kind of noises over there. So we're gonna check it out. Occasionally snowmobilers come through here, but other than that, it's pretty remote. This is an abandoned train bridge. Okay.
Only a few seconds later, the screams erupt again, sharper, closer, and far more unsettling. Almost immediately, trees and branches in the distance begin to sway, as if something is moving through them, either approaching or slipping away from the brothers. Yet despite every instinct screaming at them to turn back, the two remain determined. Locked into the moment and driven by their mission, they push forward, desperate to discover what or who could be producing those horrifying sounds.
I almost kind of don't want to go back over there. Yeah, my brother said he heard some weird things, but that's pretty weird. I've never heard a grizzly bear sound like that before. Oh, you can take that one path up here.
Yeah.
Is that right there?
Yeah. Take to the babies. Oh, baby.
Okay, I don't even want to go. I don't even want to. What the hell was that? Dude, fuck this. Should we?
You got,
Do it for the video?
you got your knife?
What the fuck is that?
And then it happens again, louder this time, with a sound so terrifying, it freezes them in place. In an instant, the entire atmosphere shifts. One of the brothers hesitates, quietly questioning whether continuing is even a good idea. But with a knife in hand and sheer determination pushing them forward, they convince themselves that nothing too bad could happen out here. What they don't realize is that the most terrifying part of the night is still ahead. As they climb the earth bank, darkness swallows them whole, yet the sounds don't stop.
Hearing some really fucking spooky shit, dude. I'm only giving it like maybe 5 more minutes. So we're walking.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of the woods, about half an hour from my house. I only got a knife, but that's not gonna stop a fucking grizzly bear or whatever this is. So. Yeah. It's coming from up there. I don't even know if I want to. We'll see what it is, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, this is like something fucking unknown.
Alright. Let's be safe how long we're out here because I think there's a storm coming. It's getting real windy.
Alright. Okay.
Go. That's pretty loud. That's close.
In fact, with each step, the unseen creature draws closer, until the fear becomes overwhelming. The brothers realize it's time to turn back, armed with nothing but a single knife to protect themselves from what could very well be a grizzly bear. They know this is a fight they could never hope to win.
Oh, go. It's coming. Oh, crap. Wait, don't, wait. Go. Wait. Holy, I think I saw it.
In an instant, the screams double in volume, erupting from what sounds like right beside them. That's all it takes. The brothers sprint for their lives, tearing through the dark woods until they finally reach their car, breathless and trembling. What makes it truly disturbing is the uncertainty. At first, the trees can be seen rustling and shaking on camera, but as they get closer, the screams begin to sound almost human. Perhaps it was 2 different creatures, or maybe the same one moving closer each time. Since they never managed to catch even a glimpse of whatever was out there, one thing is certain: this video remains a complete mystery. On April 4th, 2024, TikTok creator Dustin Frazier uploaded a truly terrifying video, filmed from a small cabin deep in the Appalachian Mountains. In the footage, Dustin is waiting for his DoorDash order, when sudden, unexpected knocks echo through the door. When he looks outside, no one is there. Stepping out to check again, the knocking continues, yet still no one stands on the porch. However, someone, or something, is there. Just beyond the glow of the porch light, across the narrow road and between the trees, a figure lurks. A creepy, frail-looking older woman stares directly at him from the darkness. Panicked, Dustin rushes back inside and hides in the bathroom. But the nightmare isn't over. Moments later, the knocking returns, this time louder, harder, almost violent, as if whoever is outside is now trying to force their way in.
I ordered DoorDash because my sister and the kids are gone for tonight. Like, I'm here by myself. The kids had football practice, so they had to go do their own thing. Thank you. So I ordered DoorDash, and I heard it knock. Oh my God, she's still fucking standing there.
With tears nearly streaming from his eyes and heavy, panicked breathing, you can clearly see the fear in Dustin's expression as he spends the night alone. The video cuts off abruptly, but the next day, Dustin uploads a follow-up from an airport terminal. Shaken and exhausted, he explains that he left his mom's cabin first thing in the morning, not feeling safe staying another night. He booked the earliest flight he could and went straight to New York. Since then, no further updates have been given. No identity, no explanation, and no sign of the mysterious woman who had stood outside Dustin's door. Yet the questions linger. Who was she? What did she want? And why didn't she leave? They remain unanswered, leaving an unsettling mystery. One thing, however, is certain. Living in the Appalachian Mountains is no joke. On November 6th, 2024, the YouTuber Brant, creator of the channel Brant Hikes, uploaded a truly unsettling video. His channel primarily focuses on hiking, especially along the Appalachian Mountains, a region he knows as well as his own backyard. But on this particular trip, while hiking a stretch of the Appalachian Trail he had traversed hundreds of times before, what was meant to be a routine overnight camp quickly turned into a nightmare, unlike anything he had ever experienced. As usual, the video begins with a peaceful morning coffee in the wild, Brant's calm, smooth voice explaining the day's plan. For most of the video, nothing unusual occurs. It's just Brant hiking alone through the quiet, empty trails of the Appalachian Mountains. After nearly half a day of walking, he reaches an empty shelter deep in the wilderness, a rare luxury for Appalachian hikers. But Brant isn't a fan of shelter camping, preferring to sleep on the hard ground with only a tarp stretched overhead. So he continues. Eventually, he arrives at the Rocky Mountain campsite and, just off a small side trail, a few hundred meters from the main camp area, finds what he's looking for, a flat patch of ground tucked away from everyone else, the perfect spot to settle in for the night. However, just as he was near the newly discovered campsite, Brant saw something that made every hair on his body stand on end.
Hey, talk about creepy. I was just down at that cell site there checking it out, talking about it, and I heard and saw a hiker coming down the trail. And I thought I'd stay at the campsite and wait for the hiker to pass. And the hiker never passed, and there's nobody here, and it's freaking me out right now. I've got chills up and down my spine. Yeah, I saw a person with a pack on, wearing hiking clothes. There's no way they passed me. Yeah, this is weird. I'm getting out of this spot. I'm telling you, that's yeah, if the animal den wasn't enough.
Brant had noticed a lone hiker up ahead on the trail, farther up the mountain. But when he reached the spot where the man should have passed by, he realized something unsettling. He had never seen the hiker come back down. Familiar with this section of the Appalachian Trail like the back of his hand, Brant knew there were no side paths, no shortcuts, and nowhere else the man could have gone. The realization sent a chill straight through him. Feeling uneasy, he decided to leave his planned campsite for the time being and move on. As he continued down the trail, Brant mentioned that this actually wasn't the first unusual encounter he'd had that day.
I thought I saw somebody. You know, honestly, that's the second time today that's happened. And the first time was when I was sawing that log, and I looked over and I was like, oh, someone's coming up the trail.
But before he can go into more detail, he's forced to end the video early, as his camera battery is running low. In his final update, Brant mentions that he plans to put as much distance as possible between himself and this part of the mountain before nightfall, hoping to get a good night's sleep once he's far enough away. That wraps up tonight's video. If these 6 encounters prove anything, it's that in the Appalachian Mountains, the real danger can often come from the people you meet when you least. Next up is Mo Sari, a well-known YouTuber who runs his self-titled channel, famous for exploring everything from creepy cabins to haunted forests. Mo is always chasing the unknown, venturing into some of the most abandoned and unsettling places on Earth. On September 28th, 2023, he was deep in the Appalachian Mountains investigating a remote stretch of wilderness. What Mo and his team didn't realize was that they were about to encounter something far more disturbing than ghosts: vicious, feral people. Mo was exploring with his friend Aldo, and right from the start, the forest carried a heavy, unsettling atmosphere, the kind that makes your skin crawl even when nothing appears to be happening. Not long into their hike, Mo reached a quiet river and turned to check on Aldo, perhaps to admire the scenery together. But when he turned around, Aldo was gone, vanished without a trace. No footsteps, no warning, Nothing but the eerie stillness of the Appalachian woods.
Dreamt of going to a river that looks like this. Just like this. Wow. Holy shit. This is so beautiful. Whoa. Aldo. Wait, where'd he go? Aldo. What the hell? Yo, he disappeared. Aldo. Wait, actually? Yo! 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 Hey! Shit, spider webs. Yo! Hey! You okay? Yo! Hey! Aldo! Yo! Hey! Wake up! Guys, I think he fucked up. Yo, Aldo, wake up!
Fortunately, Aldo wasn't actually gone. Mo eventually spotted him, lying a short distance away, but that only raised more questions. Aldo was sprawled on the ground, completely motionless. Had he fallen, passed out, or had someone, or something, pushed him? After a while, Aldo finally regained consciousness, but what he told Mo was far more disturbing than anything Mo could have imagined.
What happened? Did you slip and fall?
No.
So what happened?
Something was following us.
Something was following us.
Yeah. I heard something.
Because I was on the rocks looking at the water. I looked back and you're not here. And I'm like, what the hell? Did this guy disappear on me?
I heard something, so I turned around, and then everything went black.
So somebody hit you?
I saw someone. Yes, I think someone hit me. Someone's here.
Wait, just take it easy. Does your head hurt? Does your legs hurt?
My head hurts.
Your head hurts?
Right here. Come feel it. There's like a bump. You feel it?
Holy shit. That's a big bump.
What Aldo says next sends a chill through both of them. While walking toward the river, he suddenly hears rustling in the trees behind him. Turning around, he catches a brief glimpse of a figure just before something shoves him hard to the ground. The most disturbing part is that whoever, or whatever, was out there didn't take anything, didn't speak a single word, and simply vanished back into the trees, leaving Mo and Aldo shaken and terrified. Unsure of what to do next, they discuss their options for a while. Aldo wants to get out of the forest immediately, but Mo is determined to continue the exploration, which means they'll be spending the night inside one of the abandoned houses, hidden deep in the Appalachian Mountains.
I think we should get the hell out of here, man. I literally got attacked.
Well, we do want to camp out here. That's the point of this challenge. I said we go back up the steps and we camp out in that area where the toilet is.
Yeah.
The abandoned houses.
Yeah.
And we just chill there for the night.
I agree.
The duo decides to stay overnight, heading toward the abandoned buildings hidden within the forest. It seems like the perfect spot until something makes them reconsider. The moment they step inside one of the structures, loud banging echoes from another room.
Where's it?
They were forced to sprint back outside as quickly as possible. Nearly stumbling along the way, they kept running, only slowing once they felt they had put enough distance between themselves and whatever was haunting the structure. When they finally dared to look back, they saw something deeply unsettling.
Wait, what's that in the window? What's that in the window? Oh my god. Oh my god. There's a face. Dude, look at my screen. Look at my lens. You can't zoom in that far. There's a guy standing right there. Look at his face. Oh. What the fuck is that? Let's go. What the fuck is that? Go now. Go now. Oh my god.
A hooded man stood at the edge of a window, staring straight at Mo and Aldo with an unnerving, unbroken gaze. The sight was enough to make them run again. Night had fallen, and it had been a few hours since they had decided to head back. But they hadn't made it far. Earlier, when they fled from the hooded figure, they had accidentally veered off the trail and were far too terrified to return the same way. Attempting a shortcut through the forest, they soon pushed deeper into the trees and quickly lost all sense of direction.
All right, so we're officially lost somehow. No clue where the hell we are, but we're trying to make our way out. We took a wrong path somewhere in the darkness. As you guys can see, it's freaking dark. No bueno. Probably the worst thing we did is take a shortcut.
As they continue wandering through the mountain forest, they suddenly come across a shelter. But just because it offers protection doesn't mean it's truly safe.
Oh, yo, shelter. Yes. Shelter. Oh, bro, what the f is this? Oh my God, yes. We're so exhausted, guys. Oh my God.
Both of them are completely exhausted, and with the clock nearing 3 a.m., they settle in to rest for the remainder of the night. But fate clearly has other plans. Just a couple of hours later, howls and rustling sounds erupt from right outside the shelter, seemingly toying with them, and the atmosphere changes in an instant.
We're hearing howling and some rustling in the bushes. I think we should just try to get the hell out of here. We're pretty rested now. We've been here for a few hours.
Yeah.
I feel rested.
Yeah.
And I had some of my snacks to give me a bit of energy. I am still thirsty, but whatever.
I had some Skittles.
I think we should just keep heading out on trails.
Let's just go slowly.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the duo never managed to find a way out. Hours later, they found themselves back at the same shelter, completely disoriented, cold, and running out of options. With all of Mo's cameras dead and only his GoPro still functioning, they recorded one final update.
It was a tiring night, man.
That was creepy, man. We actually, as you guys saw, we took turns staying awake, but I guess the sun is finally coming out. So soon everything's gonna be lit up, but we can actually start to see now. So
Yeah.
we can probably start finding our way out of here.
But we're not at the woods yet. We still have quite a bit of a hike out of here. Like
Yeah.
a lot of a hike.
How's your battery doing? Mine's almost dead, man.
I'm using my GoPro now because my other camera died. My night vision camera, it died. I don't have any more batteries for it. I only have half a battery left for this. So
Yeah.
it's morning now. We're gonna find our way out of here and get the f out. I'm never coming back here again.
Me
That was
neither.
terrifying.
Thankfully, since the video was uploaded, and many more have followed, we can only assume that the two eventually made it out of the Appalachian Mountains safely.